Welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, there's another little thing travelling the YouTube circuit at the moment for the best UK small gardening channel. Well, as you know, I do like to promote smaller channels, especially when they've first started off, because sometimes when you watch one or two of their videos, you know straight away that they're going to be very informative and you're probably going to learn a lot from them. So my nominations are for Ophelia Allotment, wonderful channel. I believe they're going to change their name soon. They've got a new plot. They've just moved from one plot to another and they're going to garden differently, so well worth a look. Really do like to follow their channel, and it's a nice family event as well. The next one is Ronald Shaw car park and growing area. Now Ronald, from when he started to where he is now, I know he's had to make a few changes because of restrictions within this car park, and he's done an absolutely wonderful job. So well worth going to have a look at Ronald. Very informative, and he loves to learn and he loves to share. The third one, no particular order of course, is Bill's Allotment, 2 Plots of Heaven. Really do like Bill and Val. Very entertaining and very informative, and again we share all our ideas and our disasters, of course. So those are the 3 nominations. There is one little shout out I'd like to do for another allotment tier, and that's Jason's Jungle. I can't do any links, but I think if you search for Jason's Jungle, he's got one video up, and instantly you sort of, well, this gentleman's going to share and teach us a lot, and he'll learn from us as well. He does comment on my channel, so yeah, I'm going to support him on his YouTube journey. Not forgetting my friends across the pond, William Coleman. He's very entertaining, very supportive. He'll email me, I'll email him back with suggestions and comments and ideas. Really great chap. And then we've got Ryan from A Little Dirt Never Hurt. Very entertaining, and he does share absolutely everything, and I mean everything. So he is well worth popping across to have a look at him as well. Okay then, so I'm going to do a quick tour now. I've not been doing a great deal on my own allotment. We've been doing some allotment makeovers ready to give to new plot holders. We can't leave them in the state they are. We do try and tidy them up a little bit. So there's a few knickknacks that I've got, and also some bits of fruit trees. We had to clear a complete plot of fruit trees, and there's a few trees and bushes that had layered, etc. And I've got them potted up now. I don't like waste, so I've tried to save what I can. And also I need to get my apples off the fruit trees. The birds have started pecking them and the insects are having a go. So let's go and have a little quick tour around both allotments on just a few things that are new. So these Brayburn, I've been trying them, they're not coming off, so I think I'm going to have to encourage them now, and you just have to make sure you don't damage that. I think that's come off in the right place, but I've got 2 of these plus that one that's on the floor. And we've got these over here. So need to get those off. They're a lovely looking apple, and I haven't really tried one yet. We've now got 8 1-ton bags in here, and 5 more waiting to go into the bin. As it sinks, I'm bringing them straight from where I get them straight into the bin. Other than that, they'll stay here until I need them. And as you can see, they do sink down really quickly. And a quick note, I collected 18 bags last year. Don't forget that number, guys. 18 bags, 18 1-ton bags of leaves were collected last fall. These are the Dahlias are under here. If you remember, we piled the compost up and over them, and I've put that across the top so that the ground doesn't get too damp and rot them off. It might work, we don't know. Managed to salvage a few garden canes, some beefy bits of timber, and a few posts. We might be able to use those posts to re-erect some fencing around the site. So these are some of the bushes. I'm not absolutely sure what we've got, but this is what they call layering. So there's the branch, and then here's all the roots. I haven't filled this pot right to the top just so you could actually see that, but I could do with taking that off there, but I thought, well, let's leave it like that for now. There's a tree there that had got some reasonable roots on it, and it looked like somebody's actually buried it where the graft was, so I've kept it above that. That's definitely a gooseberry. That's a gooseberry. Yeah, I think they're definitely gooseberry. Now this is a plum. Now it's actually come off the root from the root stock, I believe. So I've basically just put it in there to keep it alive, and hopefully I might be able to graft anything that comes off it, if it might even be just one of the buds. So we're back into the tunnel now. This is a variety of apple, not sure which. Now I know that really this is the wrong time to take cuttings. Take cuttings, you wrap them in cling film, you put them in the fridge. I'm just trying to keep them alive, even if I can get a bud or part of the stem to graft onto one of the other trees that haven't done very well. We've got either a red or a black currant, again there, red or black currant, another couple off a tree, and these are the plum branches. Now, a tip that I was told: when you take cuttings, the top of the plant always slope it, and the bottom keep it horizontal. That way you know which way up the cutting goes. They've just started to go to seed. Now you know that I've actually sowed my tomatoes, sliced them up, just put them in the compost. The mice found them straight away, and they haven't been back since. Well, the one that was in the trap hasn't come back. Well, the clamp didn't last long, did it really? It's still all covered up, etc., but because the raised bed, and I'm going to use this as the clamp, I do really need to get this up and running. And I've just set it out there to see where we are. A little bit, the sun's a little bit bright today, but on those boards I got back, we've used 6 by the look of it, and I was a little bit reluctant just to leave it on the floor, but luckily on one of the plots we've been tidying up, there were some of these edging curbs similar to here. I need 2 or 3 down the bottom. That still leaves me 12. So there's 3, 6, 9. No, that leaves me 6 to sit under that raised bed. And I also bought those across as well. Don't know what I'm going to use them for, but if you don't get them now and then you suddenly have an idea, it's too late. So always grab something, just in case you may need it in the future. Just want to show you quickly, I've already done a reveal on one of these Jerusalem artichokes in the pots, but I'm going to have a quick look at this one, because I've already obviously I've used 3, but there is absolutely loads, and let's just show you if it is the same on this one. Now this is just an ordinary well, I don't know how many inch pot, but 8-inch maybe. But these are actually bigger than the ones from before, so the thicker the stem, the more Jerusalem artichokes. So realistically, if you wanted to grow Jerusalem artichokes and didn't want them to overtake your plot, is to grow them in small containers. Now I can harvest this will probably last me 3 weeks, but looking at this would last me the season. But they do start growing again in February and March, so yeah, well worth growing in containers. I've been finding it really difficult to get enough time on the plot at the moment, all these little projects going on, but I'll get there. I've got all winter, but I do like to get these jobs done. There'll be a series of videos coming later on, maybe next month, on my liquid plant foods, so look out for those. The 3,000 subscribers premiere with the live comments will be coming fairly soon. I must get that videoed with the questions that I'm going to ask, and hopefully you've got most of the answers. Happy gardening to you all. Thank you very much for all the subscriptions, comments, likes, shares. Really do appreciate it. These are the leeks that were in a very poor condition after the allium leaf miner, and as you can see, one of them is actually going to seed, so they were already stressed because you can see where I've cut the top off. Till next time, my friends, ta-ra for now.